And welcome to our Campaign 11 representative webinar. I am accompanied by two of our fabulous team members, Cheryl Papayan and Wendy Smith. We open it up to all Avon representatives and just hope that you learn something that can help you build your business. So it's always super helpful to hear from different team members, and I enjoy it as well, getting to see some of my team members step up and tell their story and give their tips. So if you haven't been on a call before, you are not on video, just Cheryl and Wendy and I. And if you have any questions, you can put them in the chat box. If it's off topic, I'll ask you to hold it till the end, till the Q&A. And if we have time at the very end, we'll answer some questions. So where is everyone joining from tonight? Let's see in the chat box and on Facebook where you're watching from. Oregon, California, Wisconsin, North Dakota, New Jersey, California, Indiana, Florida, Colorado. Cool. So lots of different places. We're finally seeing the sunshine in Illinois, and I hope it's here to stay. Cheryl always sends me like her 80 degrees, 90 degrees. It's always freezing cold here. So thank you for hopping on the call. A little bit about me. I'm a mother, an entrepreneur, and I love my Avon business. I've taken some non-traditional ways to become successful. And I've really tried to work the business from the ground up so that I know every part of the business because it changes so much. I'm never constantly updated with everything, but I really try my best. And I found that delegating over tasks and finding leaders and employees to help me be successful has been a real key to our growth. So I have lots of free tips on YouTube. I do some training, which I provide for free to our team members. I am going to be stopping any paid training. So our May class is our last opportunity. If you're not on my team to do any paid training, it's just not meshing with corporate goals, and so that's okay with me. I'm going to take a step back. If you want to join our May boot camp, that you can find information on makeupmarketers.com. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Kathy. I will continue to provide free tips and really be sharing on YouTube instead of doing sort of live events and the boot camp. So I'd like to start off with some quotes that I can relate to and hopefully help you guys. So stay focused as you go for your dream. You can't win if you sell your attention every day for cheap laughs and sound bites from noisemakers. Choose instead to learn from experts, consume wisdom, not controversy. Get inspired, not by those who say just hustle, but those who say contribute, serve, and matter. Just my opinion, this is my my motivational speaker that I love, Brendan Burchard, because I'm cheering you on to achieve things and live your dream life from way out here on the road as I train internationally. So every day it's important to stay focused on what matters and helping people move forward. Sometimes technology and social media can really escalate emotions and drama and some of the bad stuff. So I like how Brendan uses technology and as a business tool, but also stresses how important it is to be present in your life and not just staring at your computer screen all the time. And let's see, Wendy's asking a question. Did you raise your hand, Wendy?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. It said raised hand. Sorry about that. Okay. So head up, stay strong, let it go, move on. Sometimes this business can be somewhat, I guess, like the opinions and everyone trying to chime in on everything. Sometimes it can feel more like high school than it should. So I stress to you to stay focused on helping others and driving your business. So we just reached 1,300 representatives. Awesome. We were up above 1,200 and it kept dropping, but we're back on the upswing. So congratulations to our leaders and to our newest representatives who have joined the business. We just had our end of cycle awards and trip to Disney. If you didn't join the webinar last week, I recommend that you watch it on my YouTube channel. I really give you a big overview of the whole President's Program and the different benefits that you get when you're at the top of the top. I don't think it's talked about enough how great it is and how Avon rewards its top sellers and top leaders. So go back and watch that video. Team Momentum hit over 2 million in sales last year. That included over a $750,000 sales increase. So those of you that are new, that means as a team, we sold $2 million worth of Avon products in 1 year. We had 12 leaders advance in title. And I added 218 recruits, which put us all 3 spots, #1 in the nation. So congratulations to Team Momentum. You guys all contribute, and when you're out, you know, and you're promoting the Avon business and you're getting hung up on and you're getting turned down, it doesn't feel great, but you keep pushing and you keep striving to be successful, and amazing things start happening. So I encourage you to not give up on yourself and to continue believing that this is going to turn into something great for you if you just keep working hard and improving upon what you do. So for being #1, we were actually handed 3 envelopes with $5,000 checks in them. Oh my goodness. Rob and I have outgrown our house. So we are hoping to use that towards a down payment on a bigger house that has an office, so I don't have to be out in the open here sharing workspace with Xbox. So congratulations. In campaign 9, we hit over 115,000 in sales, which put us #29 in the nation for campaign 9. So you're seeing some pictures here of some of our President's Club members. I really urge you guys to make President's Club if you haven't gotten there yet. And if you are President's Club, that you strive for a sales level higher. Hi, Mary. So I got to sit next to Mary Birch in Disney, and she's one of my fellow online sellers, and she's rocking it. So It's so much fun to meet people that you've kind of gotten to know online and then see them in person and feel like you already know them. So congratulations. We have title advancements happening. Our newest is Leisha Johnson. I don't know if she's on the call, but congratulations. She hit bronze ambassador. We have quite a few new star promoters, Vicky, Shaylin, Jacqueline, and Rhonda, and Anne. Congratulations. And then Wendy has recently gone from bronze ambassador to silver ambassador. And you guys are going to hear from her in just a little bit. And then Heather Escortia has titled to silver ambassador. So a lot of exciting things happening. Keep that momentum going. And don't let anyone bring you down. That excitement can really be the key to your success and your growth. So I like to share my personal life as well as what's going on with Avon. We just got back from Disney. So we brought our kids there and we had a great time. We did as much Avon and as much Disney as we could pack into 5 days. So Avon made some really cool announcements. We'll talk about that in a slide to come. Ran into friends. A wonderful trip. We are now leaving Saturday to go for the cruise like a boss. So I recommend that you watch everyone on Facebook and you get to know these people and you set it in your goals to achieve that for the next trip. Pam Heller was named our Woman of Enterprise. I just love her. And Jessica Stover, her daughter. And Michael Sangstack was all decked out in pink. So if you have a chance to go to Avon events, you have to go. Here's Betty Palm, our president of social selling, Mike Connaughton, Northwest Region Vice President, and Scott White, who is our CEO. So Avon trips have fabulous food, fabulous scenery, and fun and friends. So that's what you get when you travel with Avon. They announced that we have a special partnership with the American Cancer Society. So we are the first ever national presenting sponsor of the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer. So many of you may have been familiar with the Avon 39. Cheryl and I had a pretty crazy experience trying it for ourselves. It was a bit excruciating, but definitely worth it. And now you guys can participate at the level where we walk 3 to 5 miles. There's no registration fee and no fundraising minimums. So we can all get involved. I'd love to see where you guys are registered to do your local walk. You can find the locations by going to this website here. I have started a Team Avon in the Rockford area for October 13th. So look in your area, see if there's a Team Avon. If there is not, start one and start networking with your fellow Avon reps so that we can do this as a team. I hope to see a lot of reps involved. I know in the Avon 39, we didn't have many people representing our sales force. So hopefully with this change, we will, and we can make a huge difference. So they shared about the kids line coming out. I think that's campaign 16, double dollars for Rep Fest attendees. And then we have a lash serum and mascara combo coming out, and that is fall. I believe it's campaign 19 that should be launching. So some really exciting things happening for product launches. And you really can gear up for fourth quarter by attending Rep Fest. This is going to be the best Rep Fest yet. I have not missed a Rep Fest, and you should commit to it so that you can be there this year. There's nothing that will change your business more than attending something like the national conference. Once you get a taste for Avon events, you never want to miss out and not attend a trip or an event. Several reasons to go, some of the top ones being the Rascal Flats, Barbara Corcoran, swag. We always get showered with gifts. And then you will be the first of the representatives to see our Christmas products and our new products coming out. So you'll be the only ones to get those double dollars in campaign 19. Last year when we attended, we were the first to try Aspira. So you can find all the information at avonrepfest.com. There is a representative-led group where you can connect with other representatives, go in on carpooling and hotel and everything else so that it's affordable for you. So I am excited to see that we have almost 40 Team Momentum representatives already registered. And I'm keeping track of my leaders, how many people you guys have going. So I'm going to try and come up with some sort of fun incentive for my leaders who can get the most team members there. I welcome all of you guys to come to Rep Fest. Getting to know your team members and other Avon representatives is a game changer. You can be kind of shy and reserved and take a step back from that engagement, but it will make a huge difference in your business when you get involved and do these events. So we are now on the flexible ordering schedule. We have some dog fights going on, always an interruption. So I hope that you guys are enjoying the flexibility. I think when some of these changes happen, we overthink them too much. We see people getting frustrated on Facebook and we chime in. Really just look at it as simplifying our business and making it more flexible for us. So I have laid out here the shipping fees for you. When you know all the information about the expenses and the commission that you can make the best business decisions. So now you have a 2-week time period to submit your order. I would still submit it once a campaign to cut down on costs. And then you want to take into account that the earlier you submit, the more likely there will be product availability. So find a date that works for you. I do like being in a routine. So if I were you, I would do it the same day every other week. Our online stores now switch over the day before the campaign opens. And the day before it closes. So all of our online stores are now on the same dates. And you always want to be learning no matter where you are in your Avon journey. So take the courses in Avon U and also look to your peers who are successful. So you can find the top of the top by looking under rewards and recognition. And you can see what they're now calling pinnacle achievements. So check out these people, see what they're doing. I know many of you probably are familiar with Tim Brown and JP. We really do have a great Avon community. Follow the people who were just at Disney. Follow the people who are on the cruise. You want to hang out with the crowd that you want to become. So our top new sellers, we have some rock stars already. Kelly, Roseanne, Linda, Crystal, Cheryl, Julie, Doris, Analda, Cindy, and Jessica. If you guys can get to 400 and above orders, you're already making your way to President's Club. So some of us, it's not as easy as it is with others. So don't feel down on yourself or upset. Just keep pushing until you find what works for you. So there are different advantages for hitting the different sales level. Izzy is like going crazy behind me. Okay. So I did say try to get to President's Club. That is a sales level of 10,000 or higher. One of the biggest advantages is the guaranteed 40% earnings on almost all items. So we're coming up on campaign 10 right now. Here's where you should be at to be tracking for President's Club. You'll see the average for each level here at the top. And I do include a sales level tracking sheet in our follow-up email with the replay of this webinar. So you can print it out, keep track of it every campaign. You'll start to see people at the PC lunches with these cool statuettes. It's fun to see all the excitement and the hard work from last year pay off. Avon does a fantastic job of recognizing their representatives. So to learn more about the President's Program, you can find it right on youravon.com. I try to give you the most accurate information I can, but we're all independent business owners, so it's up to us to really do our research and learn all the ins and outs. You can track your progress by looking at your goal card, and you can select which level you want to hit. It tells you how much more you need in sales and then the average that you need per campaign. So finding those tools are really important on youravon.com, and you can kind of check in on yourself every week or every campaign to make sure that you're on track. So next year's trip is to Maui. I am really excited about that, and I hope you guys are pushing your business as hard as you can to be achieving that trip. There are 4 ways to earn. Go and learn about it right now. And of course, you do have to hit big numbers to get these big rewards. They wouldn't make it easy, otherwise we'd all be there. So you do have to plan ahead. You have to set big goals, and you have to work hard to enjoy some of those big perks. So congratulations to some of our top sellers in campaign 9. We have Kimberly, Julitza, Sarah, Wendy, Angeline, Peter, Trisha, Louise, Ellen, Patsy, Cheryl, Alana, Leisha, Phyllis, Lily, Terry, Vicky, Faye, Brandy, and Tammy. So that is awesome. We have the anchor man here saying super duper neato gang. A lot of our top sellers are also the ones that are active in recruiting. I really recommend you make the most of your business and build all areas. So for online shoppers, we can attract them by promoting this Welcome 10 code. My label that we put right on the front of our book is right there. Feel free to use that as an example. I also include the template in our follow-up email. So every email address can use this code one time, but once they use it, they can't use it again. So it's good to attract new customers, and for those shoppers who are shopping with you for the first time and gonna place a pretty big order. So Avon provides us lots of tools to be successful online. I hope you're all very familiar with your web office, the email center, Avon Social. They provide us with a lot of tools to be successful. So go in there and explore and come up with the right balance for you for traditional sales and online sales and building your team if you're interested in that. So we do have some top sellers. Wendy was #1 in campaign 9. Cindy, Alyssa, Jacqueline, Mary Jo, Stacy, Sherry, Carly, Sherry, and Denise. Congratulations. Really to make the best of your business. If you're promoting the brochure, your website, and becoming a rep every single campaign, you'll already be achieving all those incentives that Avon puts on the table for us. So I want to introduce you guys to Wendy Smith. She's been with Team Momentum for just over a year, and she's already making a huge impact. She's a silver ambassador, hit President's Club already for this year. She has a degree in business with a minor in project management and a concentration in business intelligence, and she works full-time as a buyer. So I am going to turn it over to Wendy, and I think you guys are really going to enjoy hearing from her. Are you there, Wendy?
I'm here.
Okay. How's the volume? Can you guys hear?
Yeah, can everyone hear me okay? Okay, great. Okay, Emily just went through my first slide. I've been with Avon for a little over a year, and things really didn't start taking off for me until after that first year. So I currently work a full-time job as a buyer in a manufacturing company, but I definitely want to complain if next year this time a full-time job would be Avon. So that's what I'm really striving towards. I have a bunch of slides here that I'm going to go through, some different tips that I do. A lot of it's probably going to be a repeat of what Emily says. I've been following Emily so closely for the past year. I think before I even signed up for Avon, I must have asked her a million questions over a course of a couple months until I finally made the decision to sign up. But my #1 tip is to enjoy what you do. You know, selling Avon, you're your own boss, being an entrepreneur, you really need to enjoy what you do. You're your own boss, so you don't have someone else telling you how to run your business. It's all up to you, so you really need to enjoy what you're doing. Another tip that I have is to use Avon products. There's no better testimonial coming from you to a customer. And using the Avon products, you know how things work. It helps in upselling too. So if someone's buying eyeshadow, you can say, hey, we have this eyelid primer and it works so well. It's a guaranteed sale. Everyone that I've talked to about the eyelid primer, they always buy it because I love it. And like Emily already said in one of her slides, is to pay attention to other successful Avon reps and leaders to see what they do to make them successful and what works for them. I mean, we're not all starting this business from scratch. A lot of people have been doing it for a long time. Avon's been in business for over 100 years, so there's no need to start from the ground. You can pay attention to what other people are doing. All of Emily's training is phenomenal. I still do. I'll run on my treadmill and I'll be watching her trainings on my TV while I'm running. I like to multitask. And another thing is to always learn. And another repeats of what Emily's already said, no matter how good you are, or how long you've been doing something, there's always more to learn, especially with the internet. Things are always changing. So things are always changing on social media, and it's always changing what people like. So it's always good to always learn. And nowadays, everyone always has their phone with them. So a tip I have is to keep a shortcut of your web office and your Avon store on your phone. If you have a shortcut to your Avon store on your phone, you can always make a sale. So you have no excuse not to make a sale if there's someone that wants to buy Avon. I always like having my web office on my phone because I can always look in and look at my goal card to see what my sales are for the day. I love going into my web office and checking on my direct deliveries or my online sales. That's more my focus, is the online sales more than the face-to-face. So I always like checking on my online sales. Another tip I have is to always have books and samples with you. If you're delivering to a customer that lives in an apartment building, if they live on the third floor, you're walking in that building carrying bag or bags with Avon products. The other people that live in there are going to see you. If you're in there week after week, eventually they're going to ask you for a book, unless you present yourself to them first and ask them if they want a book. But I'm kind of bashful that way, so I always walk in carrying the Avon bags with the Avon facing out, so everyone knows what I have. And I do have people approach me and ask for books. So it's always good to have books. Whenever I give someone a book, I always like to give them a bunch of samples because people always love free things. Another tip I have is to keep your branding similar on all platforms. So if you're on social media, if you're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, all that good stuff, it's good to keep your image the same. You can have your image the same. You can buy a logo. I got a logo on Fiverr. I think it only costs like $35. So I have that logo on all the social media platforms. So if someone finds me on one, they may find me on Instagram, and they saw me on Facebook, and recognition of that logo would make someone more apt to come, look at my information, since they're already familiar, with seeing that. Another tip I have is to put yourself in the customer's shoes. I know we all want people to buy, but put yourself in the customer's shoes. What kind of products, what kind of questions would customers ask? You always want to treat everybody with respect. Always try and make every experience, always try to learn from every experience. You can have someone complain to you about something and it can make you so mad, but there's always something to learn. I actually had an online customer send me an email. She didn't like the Rare Pearls perfume. She hadn't bought it in years, and she just recently bought it, and she didn't like the smell of it. She just went on and on complaining about the smell of it. She wanted to return it. So at first I wasn't sure how to respond back to her because she emailed me, so she didn't want to talk on the phone. I just replied back to her and said, I'm sorry that you didn't like the fragrance. It's not the same as you remembered it from before, but you can call Avon. She didn't have the paperwork that came with it to return it. So I told her to call Avon, to find out how to return it. And I said, but in the meantime, how about if I send you a brochure and send you samples of other fragrances? Well, she was happy. I actually got another online order from her. And when I looked at the returns, I never did see that she saw that she returned the Rare Pearls fragrance. So I'm not sure, if she didn't return it. I never saw the return come up for her. So even when someone is unhappy, you can learn from that experience and do your best to turn it around to make it a happy experience for them. You can go to the next slide, Emily. Some sales tips that I have is to try everything to see what works for you. So tossing brochures, face-to-face sales, online sales, fundraising, whatever you can think of to get Avon out there. I've tried everything. I haven't done a fundraiser. I've been trying hard to find a church or an organization that wants to do a fundraiser, but I haven't found one yet. Tossing, I've done tossing probably for a good year. I got some customers from it. I think I got more complaints from it, but I didn't give up. Right now I'm focusing more on the online sales. Kind of step back from the tossing and just focusing more on the online sales and the face-to-face customers that I do have. Another sales tip I have is to reuse the information that you get. Avon emails, the What's New, the Campaign Central. Every 2 weeks when we're done with the What's New brochure catalog thing, I always go through and rip the pages out, because you can always use the information in there to write a blog post, or you can use the information on your social media posts. It's good information. It's no use having to start from scratch when Avon's done a lot of good research already. And like I said, blogging. Emily has always mentioned that that's what helped get her started. And, you know, with the blogging, you need to be consistent and be organized. One thing with the blog is that it has a date on it. So if someone looks at a blog and they see, oh, you posted a blog post like 2 months ago and you haven't posted anything since then, they may not be interested in coming back to your blog. So because blog posts have those timestamps on them, it's good to be consistent and always posting something. And being creative, which is kind of going back to reusing the information. Some of these slides that I have in here, you can see how I've created different images and pic collage reusing information from Avon, the What's New, Campaign Central, different things like that. Another sales tip I have is to answer texts and emails quickly if someone contacts you. I learned that the hard way, because I had someone email me last summer about becoming an Avon rep, and it was probably about 2 hours till I got back to her, which doesn't seem like a long period of time, but when someone wants to be an Avon rep, I think they want to be an Avon rep now. So it was 2 hours until I got back to her, and by the time I got back to her, she had already signed up with someone else, I guess. So point learned was to always get back to people quickly. Everyone always has their phones on them nowadays, so my phone always pops up with messages so I can see, you know, if I have something important that I can get back to quickly. Another tip I have is to invest in your business. So with Avon, we're only paying, you know, $25, $50, or $100 to start a phenomenal business. There's no reason why you can't invest in your business to buy brochures, samples, other things like that, just to get your business going. So it's really good to invest in your business. Another tip I have is to review the efforts of your results. So if you use Buffer, or if you're on Facebook, even on Instagram and Twitter, you can always see your results to see which days people are more active, which times people are more active, which posts you have that do better than others. So then you can replicate, you know, what is working good. Another tip that I have is to send thank you cards to customers. You can think, if you go shop at Walmart, do they ever send you a thank you card saying, hey, thanks for your business? And then they don't. And nowadays, with people enjoying shopping online and going to the little boutique stores, they like that personal service. So every customer that I get, I've been doing good with this so far. Every online customer I get, I'm sending them a thank you card and putting a couple of fragrance samples in it, along with my business card. And number 10 tip, or my sales tip, is to always have a positive attitude. People can sense your attitude, and I think your attitude can make or break your business. You always have to have a good attitude. You can go to the next slide, Emily. My recruiting tips. Top 10 recruiting tips is blogging. I try and switch my blogs. I'll do a blog for recruiting and a blog for Avon products, just to mix it up. Avon has good information, the social media center and the Avon social, so that's good information there to post for recruits. I like to be creative. I think, with the social media center and Avon social, so many other reps may be using that same information. It's good to, be creative with your information. And when I get leads, I consistently follow up with the leads. Every time I email them or text them or call them, I'll give them different information, because you never know exactly what the information is that they're looking for that'll trigger them to sign up. And I think any Avon rep will say this: don't give up on your leads. So I keep a spreadsheet to keep track of my leads for when I contact them, and if I send them a text and email, just so I try and not send the same information again. And then when someone does join my team, I kind of copied this from Cheryl. She's posted some good information previously about the self-appointment welcome letter, and that's really good for the reps to send out. So they have their account number and their district number, and then different codes for what they need to order, bags and different supplies like that. It's good for the reps to help them get started, because there's so much information in the on the Avon website. It's so much information, it's almost overwhelming. And Cheryl says she sends a welcome card in the mail as well. That's a good idea. And another thing I do, I just like keeping information in Excel. So I'll keep a list of my team and notes, so I know, like this person likes this, or this is what I talked to him about last time. It's hard to keep track of everything, so I always have to keep notes for stuff. And another tip I have here is treat your team how you would like to be treated. So a lot of other companies that you can get into, even your job at work, you can be ignored because everyone just wants results. But I believe in treating my team how I want to be treated. I like to share information. Emily's great at sharing information, so it kind of flows down and makes everyone else feel like they want to treat their team as good as Emily treats everybody. You can go to the next slide. Time-saving tips. A good time-saving tip is to use the same post on multiple platforms. So a good thing to do that with is Buffer. With Buffer, you can post on all your social media for however far you want to go out. So I'll take a post, I'll post on Facebook, I'll use that same post on other social medias, and I'll just post it at different times. So then I can get more use out of that one post. And then you can repost your pictures and repost your blog posts. Even though you just do something once, you can use it over and over at different times. I also like to, for a time-saving tip, I like to document my sales so I know how much I made, what my profit was, what my expenses were. So then you can compare that from campaign to campaign and year to year to see how you're doing. And that's just part of keeping yourself organized. And then also, previously I said about investing in your business for sales. I also believe in the investing in your business for time saving, because even though Buffer costs money, it's still a time saver for you, because you can organize all of your posts, at the same time. Another good time saver is the snipping tool. I'm not sure if Apple has it, but it's on most Microsoft computers. And the snipping tool just makes it easy to copy pictures and save them. And then I had already mentioned this before about having shortcuts on your phone. If you have your Avon e-store on your phone, you can pin to Pinterest, and just like kids, there's so much you can do on your phone. You can go to the next slide, Emily. 10 things I like. I love makeup marketing. Of course, that's a given. And team momentum. Another place that I would recommend is Online Beauty Bosses. Diane Hernandez presents a lot of great information there. Another full form platform that I like is Udemy. It's online learning. It's courses that you can take, and most of them are like $10 or $11. Stuff's always on sale, but you can learn about social media and your SEO. And usually when I'm in my car, I'm not even listening to music on the radio. I'm like learning something. As I mentioned already, Buffer is great for posting everything. And then for creating images, like some of the images I had on these slides here, the pic collage, it's nice for organizing your pictures and creating different you can create different pictures with your pictures and then put flowers and make them look more attractive. Something else that I highly recommend is Google My Business. It's free, and in the Google My Business you can advertise basically on there too, because you can put posts on there, and once a week you can change the posts, and you can actually see like how many people had looked at it and if they called you or went to your website, different things like that. Another thing that I like is the If This Then That. It's an app that you can put on your phone, and it will, like, you can post on Instagram and it'll post it to Twitter. And there's different they call them recipes on the If This Then That can help cross post your post on social media. Google Voice, I think Emily had mentioned this the other week also. Google Voice is nice because it's free, and you can have your own Avon phone number, but you can also use it to send group texts instead of manually doing it on your phone. And something else that's good is Stat Counter and Google Analytics for seeing how many people are on your website and different things like that, just to monitor how your posts are going. And I did have a couple attachments. One of them is basically Emily's address label. So it's just a phenomenal resource to put your information on the brochures. And then I had another attachment that is Facebook labels. So it gives your Facebook site and has a little Facebook logo on it. And then I keep a monthly, it's actually basically a campaign to-do list. I have a to-do list for every 2 weeks, just to keep me on track so that so that I don't forget to do stuff, because it's part of being consistent. If you do something once and then you forget to do it again, no one's going to like not seeing the consistency. So the to-do list really comes in handy for me. You can go to the next slide. 10 things I don't do. One thing I don't do is I don't put dates on the books. I think dates scare people. If someone may get a book 2 months later and they see, oh, this book had a date of April the 6th on it, they may think they can't order out of it. So I don't put dates on books. And I see that the brochures, as they're coming out now, they have dates on them. Well, that's just where my that's just where my sticker will go with my other information on. So I don't put dates on the books, and I don't throw out the books. Why would anybody throw out an Avon book? You paid for the book, and even if it's old and out of date, you can leave it at a doctor's office, or you can fix up some books for tossing. Just don't ever throw out the books. As long as it's the Christmas stuff's kind of seasonal, so later on the Christmas stuff probably wouldn't be available. But most of the other items in the books are usually still available. One thing I don't do is I don't frown. You always want to keep a smile on your face and keep a positive attitude. And you can't pick and choose your customers. Even if you have that lady and all she buys is, the $1.99 deodorant, that's what she likes. You still want to treat her fairly and deliver her order to you. For all you know, she can talk about you later, and then all the women at church could end up being your Avon customer. So I'm one of these people, I always believe in karma. You always treat everyone else good, and it'll pay off in the end. I don't procrastinate, and I don't give up. We're all so busy, selling Avon and, taking care of our families and everything else that goes on. If you procrastinate, it just turns into a snowball and you never get anything done. So always get everything done right away. And that kind of covers the next couple points there that I have. Never say tomorrow is another day. And same as you don't frown, don't ever be negative, always keep a positive attitude. People can sense your attitude in you. And something else I don't do, I don't skip posting on social media. Sometimes you may not see results from it, but don't give up. You have to keep up with that consistency. Usually what I do is at the beginning of the campaign, I'll set in place all my posts for that entire campaign. So then I know that, I posted products, I posted recruiting, I posted magazine ads, some videos. People like videos nowadays. So I've been using Animoda, and there's also, I think it's called Jiffy for creating videos, and it's all fun. And lastly, I never say I can't. So it's just, being a beauty boss, you just have to always say that you can. You can never say that you can't. And was that my last slide? I think that was my last slide. I didn't really keep track. I hope I didn't talk too much.
No, that was great. Thank you so much for all of your tips. That was awesome.
Thank you. I hope it was helpful to somebody.
Yes, most definitely. Thank you for sharing with us. It's always fun to hear different people's perspectives and ways of doing the Avon business. Thank you for sharing. I'll turn it over to Cheryl to cover some of our new products coming out.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Let me put this in here real quick. Okay. Let me turn that on. Sorry, I had a customer texting me, so I was trying to get everything done. I just posted the link for my blog, how to convert animal leads. Sarah, don't you dare. Okay, so this is campaign, oh my goodness, campaign 12, 13? I think it's campaign 13. Yes.
It should be from campaign 11.
Really?
I think so. Lindsay
Okay.
helps me get it ready, but 13. Oh, shoot. Okay.
I thought it was out there.
Okay.
That's okay. So I'm really excited about campaign 13. We have some really exciting stuff coming. They do have the mark line. It's all about Mexico. And I love this little kimono that she has on. It'll go with just about everything. And then we have the bronze and blush coming and these masks. You know what I love about these masks? I'm going to order all 3 of them. You can kind of like mix them up on the different parts of your face for different problems that you have. So I really love that. I think they're going to be a big seller. And then we have our glow drops, which I can't wait to use those as well. And of course, we always come out with our new candles, and you can always get a really good buy if you buy all of them. Here you can get all 4 candles for $33. No, you can't see me, Sarah. Not tonight. Okay, so always, try to invest in demos so that you can share them with your customers. Like I got the gold mask, and I took it with me when I was delivering, Emily. I took it with me when I was delivering my orders, and I put a little bit on everybody's, on the back of their hands so that they could actually try it out a little bit. Haven't sold any yet, but we'll see. Okay. Demos are a good investment, everybody. The Beauty Essential Sampler. I love this because the more you buy, the cheaper they are. I like to buy 10 at a time. That brings your price down to, I believe it's $4.80 per bundle. And what I do with these is when I get them, I tear them all open and I dump them into this big box, and I use those as free gifts for my customers. Now, if my customers place a $5 or $10 order, I always give them a nail file. Everybody can use a nail file, and they're really cheap. It's a cheap investment, but at least your customers are getting something nice. But then as their orders starts getting bigger, I like to give them a really nice, a little gift. And these end up costing $1.20 per item. And when you have somebody giving you a $20 to $50 order, it means a lot to them to get these gifts. And I think that's why I maintain my customer base, because I treat them so good. So these are another good investment. And you can also use them for your team as incentives for your teams. Lots of different things you can use them for. Just be creative. So in campaign 11, we have the jeweler, I can't say that word, jewelry collections in every color. And then we have the Shop for the Greater Goods, and the Aspira Ideal Cleanse is being highlighted. The jewelry collections are great. I got the purple one to go with one of my dresses that I'm wearing on the cruise. So again, if you can, invest in the demos. I saw a picture who was it? It was Candace that posted a picture of her with the dark blue tassel necklace on. And I bought it. So if I'm doing that, imagine what your customers are going to do. Okay. And here are some of the samples, not samples, but the pictures of the different colors that you can actually buy them as a bundle, which is really nice. But this is the one that I got, the second one in the middle on top. I got that necklace. It looks so good on Candace. And then right below it, I got the earrings and the necklace that the girl was wearing. And if you're wearing the items and you have the business cards with you and somebody compliments you, you can hand them a business card and say, it's Avon. Let me get your information so I can give you a brochure or have a brochure handy or whatever. But demo. You guys are all talking about me. And then Shop for the Greater Goods. Avon is really good about supporting domestic violence and the breast cancer crusade. And this is a really beautiful set. I've heard a lot about the pink necklace up on top in the middle. A lot of people are loving that. People have been posting pictures and stuff. So always make sure that your customers know that Avon supports these causes, and ask them what you can get for them. And our Aspira. How's everybody doing with the Aspira? Are you guys rocking the Aspira? The samples are a really good way to get them excited about it. I've been buying the samples, and in turn, I haven't really sold any of the natural energy or the bundles, but I've been selling the Calm and the Restful Sleep, and it was because of the samples that I gave to the customers. So that's another item that you really need to invest in if you really want to start selling the Aspira. Oh, it looks like Sarah's going to have an Aspira party. How fun. Okay, so make sure that you guys all go, when you log into your Avon, scroll down, and you'll see the Avon Success Center, and make sure that you know about all the incentives that are going on. Read the rules and the flyers and everything. There's a lot of incentives right now. And so one of them is that if you sign up and go to RepFest, you're going to get double dollars in campaign 19. This is going to be a really good way for you to reach President's Club this year, or maybe it'll help you to reach the next level of Honor Society. So make sure that you guys are registered for RepFest. It's a good investment for your business. It's someplace that you need to be. And as a reward, you're going to get double dollars. Great deal. And then if you place a $200 order in each of the 3 campaigns, and I believe Oh, what campaigns are those? It doesn't say on here. Does anybody know what campaigns they are? Anybody out there? But if you place a $200 campaign in the 3 campaigns that this in 11 to 13, okay, you're going to get the glasses to wear to Rep Fest, and you're also going to get a really cool scarf that says Avon on it. It's really pretty, but you have to attend Rep Fest. You can't just place a $200 in each of the 3 campaigns and not go to Rep Fest. You're not going to earn the glasses and the scarf. And then during the same time frame, if you have 3 qualified new recruits, sorry, I'm reading. I forgot what the second part of, oh, you get invited to the party. I'm so sorry, Emily. I'm just spacing here. If you get 3 qualified new recruits, you're going to earn an invitation to a private party at Rep Fest. And we went to the party last year in Nashville, and it was pretty fun. They had food, they had drinks, music playing. So the private parties are always awesome. So this is a good incentive, but you have to go to Rep Fest to win. Yes, it wasn't you, Sarah. And the Build Like a Boss tickets. Who does not love this incentive? It's just as good as it was last year. It's even better because the prizes are better. Emily, oh my gosh, she's got the Nintendo Switch, an iPad mini, the Yeti cooler. She's earned so much stuff. All you have to do is sign up a new recruit, and that new recruit has to place a $150 order and place it on time and pay for it on time, and you're going to get a scratcher ticket. It's going to come in the mail. You're going to scratch it. Every ticket is a winner. Every ticket, so you can't lose. But you got to be recruiting. You got to recruit. And this ends in campaign 10, so this is your last campaign. So we have the total, oh my gosh, Wendy's got 5 tickets so far. Heather with 3, Trisha 3, Cheryl, Jacqueline, Leisha, Amy, Gisela, Barbara, and Becky all have 2. April, Ellen, Vicky, Nancy, Rhonda, myself, Jane, Jesse, Sarah, and Kelly all have 1. What did I earn? I earned an Avon water bottle, which is really good. I'm going to give it as a gift to a friend of mine. And then this is a list of the people who have pending contracts that could possibly be more tickets for them. Oh my gosh, Becky has 10 pending contracts. That's awesome. And then we have our total appointments. Looks like Gisella's number 1 on that list. Way to go, you guys. What are you laughing at, Emily?
Hey, how'd you know I was laughing?
I can see you.
Okay.
Double the promotion bonus. So if you promote, this is from campaigns 5 to 13. If you double promote, if you promote within, you'll have to read the rules, but I think it's within, how many campaigns? I'm so sorry, Emily.
It's okay. For new representatives that joined during campaign 5 to 13, so if you hit your title within the rapid promotion time, then you actually get double the bonus of what you normally would.
Good job, Emily. I'll have you guys know that I have insomnia and I was up till 5:30 trying to fall asleep. So I'm a little dingy. I apologize. Anyways, this is a good way to get some good bonus money. There's so much money out there for Avon representatives. So again, go into the Success Center and check out all the incentives, read all the rules, because you can't trust anything I say right now. Okay. And the next one is the pinning streak. This one's really easy. From campaigns 1 to 13, if you place an order of any size and you don't go negative, but you place an order every campaign, you're going to get this cute little Avon pin that you see on the left here. And if you're in your Kickstart and you started during the campaigns 1 to 13, all you have to do to earn the pin is place a first order of any size, a second order of $150, and a third order of $200. They have to be consecutive and they have to be paid on time. And you as well will get the Avon pin. So this is an easy one. And I like it when they have incentives for just sales. And then if you're President's Recognition, you also get 50 PRP points to go shopping. How to sign somebody up on your team. You know, it seems like we always have issues with this. I know it can be really frustrating, but send them, the best way is to send them to startavon.com and have them use your reference code. Your reference code is going to be it's going to be the same as your eStore address, the extension, like here Emily's is eSegrin. So her reference code is eSegrin. If just a heads up, if you have a representative that is having a hard time, you can always call Avon leadership to get them signed up. If anybody has that number handy, please post it. Big money with team building. Did you guys know, thank you, Emily. Did you guys know that for every new recruit that you sign up, if you're not in the Kickstart program, for every new recruit you sign up that places a $150 or more order in their first or second campaign, you're going to get a $20 bonus every time. But then also, this is the thing that I love the most. I'm getting a lot of money for this one. You get, for every representative that you sign up, for the life of that representative, as long as they're an Avon rep, you're going to earn 3% as long as you're placing a $50 order or more per campaign. You're going to get a 3% sponsoring bonus on their personal sales for the entire time that they're a representative. I'm telling you, there's money out there. You got to start recruiting. And then you have your promotion bonuses. You guys all know, you can look at the leadership chart. Whenever you promote, whether it's ambassador, leader, there's bonus money on the table. It's paid out in 4 increments, and you have 5 campaigns to maintain to earn the entire bonus. And here is your compensation plan, and you can see where it's highlighted in green. Your $20 bonuses for your qualified recruits, your 3% sponsoring bonus, and then all of your promotion bonuses. So when you promote, if you double promote, say you promote from star promoter all the way up to silver ambassador, people do it all the time in like one campaign, boom. And you're going to get a $1,250 bonus paid out over 4 campaigns. So just pay attention to your next sales level and work towards that. Okay, let's celebrate Campaign 9, recruiting and leadership. Top five team sales. Myself, Jane, Kim, Terry, and Gisela. Way to go, guys. Top five team representatives. This is how many reps are on their teams. Myself, Jane, Kim, Terry, and Trisha. And you notice a lot of times the names match in all the different categories. And then we have in campaign, oh my goodness. In campaign 9, how many recruits we've signed up. I can't believe I had 23. Woohoo!
That's for the whole month.
For the month? Okay. Yeah. That's why I was like, wow. So this is for the month of April. Cheryl, Jane, Wendy had 7. Kim was 6. Becky, Jacqueline, Ellen, Amy, Lacey all had 3. Alyssa, Alicia, Barbara, Trisha, Letitia with 2. April, Cheryl, Anna, Donna, Angela, Heather, Terry, Mary Jo, and Betty all with 1. I'm getting good at going through those names. Congratulations, everybody. All right, Emily, it's all yours.
Thank you. I think we all have those moments where we're just too tired that we space out. So we don't expect you to be perfect, Cheryl. Thank you for helping us and sharing information with us. So I like to include some of the websites and the tools that I use. You can't always start out with all that help and all the tools that make your life easier. So just keep working hard till you can afford some of those things that make it easier for you. I struggled for a long time and was not successful for a long time. So I was not lucky or handed anything. I worked my tail off until I could afford some of the cooler technology tools and being able to hire team members and have really good leaders to work with. It all comes from putting in the daily grind every day. So you guys, as you look up to other leaders and other successful representatives, don't think that they had any sort of unfair advantage. You too can get there. I recommend only comparing yourself to your own prior performance, but always looking up to other representatives for what is possible for your own business. So I do like to share on my personal page, some of the more real life examples of how I'm spreading the word of Avon every day. Again, I couldn't always afford like all these samples and tools to give to people, but now I really do try to give back and give Avon as a gift, because once you give it to people and people try it, they fall in love with the product. So whenever you're giving, try to do it with Avon products, and you'll probably get a loyal customer out of it. So I went and spoke at my kids' school here and talked about being an Avon lady, being a business owner, how much I love my job, that I get to spend time with family and work my career around that. We get to travel and we get free products, all kinds of perks. So especially the girls, I think, were excited to hear that and loved getting the little package of everything. So how can you get out in your community to spread the word that you are an Avon rep? A lot of customers love Avon. They just can't find a representative that sticks with the company long enough to have someone that they can depend on. So spread the word that you're out there. I put together a little packet with the catalog, the opportunity flyer, fundraising flyer, my business card. Skin So Soft Bug Guard towelette is a great thing to stock up on before summer comes. If you buy the package of towelettes, they're individually wrapped. So you have 8 samples that you can hand out with your label on them. People love our little lipstick bullets. They're very nostalgic for a lot of people. A new clinical eye, oops, I spelled that wrong there, but the eye lift. We are doing our incredible eye event right now, so it's always good to line up samples with what's being featured in the book. Fragrance, and then I put it all in the clear literature bag. I stress to the children how I use technology to help me connect, but I don't let it take the place of building those personal connections with people. So I think that's, maybe one of the biggest downfalls of technology becoming such a prominent tool in our lives, is that some of these kids that grow up with it are going to be lacking communication skills. So use it to your advantage to reach out to your team, to your customers, but don't replace those relationships because it's a people business. Building those relationships is what is always gonna help our businesses grow. We have about 10 minutes left. Do we have any questions that we can answer for you guys tonight? I know an hour and a half is a very long presentation. I'll show you some of my favorite places to go on youravon.com. And yes, team momentum. So I try to give back to my team how Avon gives to me, how they reward their top sellers, top leaders. So I invited my President's Club members from last year's sales cycle to come celebrate with me at our PC event coming up here in May. So I'm really excited to have some of our top team members together. Those of you that didn't make it this year, try to make it in 2018. And hopefully I'll be able to continue doing something special for those top sellers. Do I buy leads? Yes, I do buy leads. I buy Alma leads, but I don't depend on that. I try to generate my own personal leads as well. So here we are. I just want to show you real quick. So on your Avon, the Success Center is where you want to go to look on for the current incentives. Flexible Ordering Hub is going to show you your schedule and the dates that you need to know. Cheryl's pointing out that the towelettes are a great place or a great price in the demo book. What are some ways to get traffic to your blog? So with constant activity and publishing articles on a consistent basis, the web crawlers are going to be crawling your site and indexing them in the search engines. But the most important thing is to be consistent and have activity, but have helpful, good information. Don't just try to post as much as you can. Blogs are a little bit more time consuming than social media. So you have to really take the time to learn how to do it properly and come out with creative, helpful articles. You can also share those links out on your social media channels as well. To find your beauty buzz, you can come over here. It's really helpful to read through this information. It's only once a week that it comes out, so try to keep up. Every Monday you'll have new information here. It's giving you important news on products and training and programs. Definitely worth the time to look through and read every week. You now have a link to the Avon calendar. So you can stay up to date on all of their events. Tomorrow's Campaign Insider will launch on the Avon USA Reps Facebook page. All right. Any other questions? All that information for the PRP is under rewards and recognition here. You can check out the program, and then you can check out your goal card. There we go. So you can mess with that, keep track of how you're doing. And I'll try to get those files that Wendy mentioned in her presentation there so that we include them in our follow-up email. All right. Well, I hope you guys all enjoy your PC events. Follow our cruise on Facebook. It should be super exciting. Avon definitely goes out of their way to really take care of us on these trips. Use it as motivation to get on that next trip. You gotta keep pushing and working hard to enjoy all the luxuries that Avon provides for us, but it's all worth it. So Go out there and share your Avon business. Thank you so much, Wendy and Cheryl, for presenting and sharing with us this evening. And I'll see you guys all later. Good night.